Hello guys, this is Emma from MindMajix, and I welcome you all to this special session in which our trainer will explain everything you need to know about the ServiceNow. In this video, let us look at the topics we will cover. We shall start with the ServiceNow ITSM. Please check the caption to jump between the topics. If you are new to the MindMajix channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon to get quick updates about the new tech tutorials, free webinars, and career-enhancing shots from working professionals. Like and share the video with your friends and IT career aspirants. Without any further delay, let's start the video.
The first topic is what exactly is ITSM. We will just give an overview of it and then we'll go for incident management and problem management. Okay. So basically ITSM solutions enables you to modernize the way you deliver and you manage your services. The services could be like giving a laptop request or giving some services like IT requests. So these kind of things can be managed and delivered much more better way by using ServiceNow ITSM. As it is in the cloud-based platform, we have already covered it in our previous session. Okay, so it has a lot of automations also for the processes. That's the reason why ServiceNow is getting famous, because there's a lot of automation. There is reporting which can be used by the project managers or anyone who wants to show what is the capacity, what is happening in your tool as such. And everything happens in one tool, in that is ServiceNow. Yeah. So this is just an overview of what and all services, what and all modules ServiceNow right now has. And we are concentrating on ITSM, which will have incident, problem, change, asset, and service catalog and knowledge management as such. So the first topic we'll be covering is incident management. So basically, whenever an incident happens, so first we have to understand what exactly is an incident, right? So let me define the incident first, and then we'll go back to the incident management. Okay. The first thing is, what is incident? Anything which is unplanned in your IT services. Suddenly there is email server is down. There's a basic example, right? Or some hardware it has been down, or something is not working which usually should work for you to facilitate your IT services. And also it could be that your internet services is down because of some router issue or anything. That is reduction in the quality of IT services. So there are two definitions of incident. Basically, if any unplanned interruptions to IT services happens, or if there is a reduction of quality of the IT services which happens, that's when an incident is created. That is what is an incident. So basically any IT services is also having a configuration item. We will will discuss more about the configuration item. It could be any servers, or it could be any routers, or anything which is treated as configuration item. A failure of a router could result in the interruption of IT services as such, which is in turn resulting in creating an incident. So another thing is the failure of a configuration that is not yet impacted service. That means this is a proactive step. Okay, so if you see that what, one of the router is down and the service guy already observed the router is down, so he or she can raise an incident beforehand before it impacts the services as such. So that can also qualify as an incident. Okay, let's go back. So what exactly is incident management then? So basically, if you want to restore your services fast after an unplanned interruption or a major incident which happened, by investigating the root cause and by quickly resolving it within the SLA timings. So these kind of things, if you're trying to do, that is called as managing an incident. What kind of processes you're following to to resolve an incident faster and quickly, and resolve in such a way that it should not be repeating again and again. It should not be a quick fix, but finding out the root cause and fixing it in the root. So that's more important, and that's what incident management is all about. ServiceNow facilitates the incident management process in such a way that it will be faster, it will be easier, and it will give you so many automations that the process itself is very much well defined. The incident process which we are using is ITIL incident process, incident management process. So it facilitates the ITIL process to happen faster and in a better way. You know? So I'll just repeat this sentence also, that it uses the trend analysis and periodic service configuration reviews. So basically we are having predictive analysis in the tool, in the ServiceNow tool. And that's why we can have this trend setting analysis. Like we can see if the incidents which right now came, whether incidents are frequently coming up. If it's frequently coming up, what kind of resolutions was provided previously, so that can we use the same resolution right now and fix it faster. So these kind of things help us out. Yeah. So end user benefit obviously is that the rapid service restorations and user friendly service desk interactions. So ServiceNow actually sends notifications via email or any other process, that in what stage the incident is. For example, if the incident is updated by the service personnel, it will be informed, service desk guys will, it will be informed to the end user. So it is very interactive, and the rapid service restorations also help the end user as such. Okay. The second benefit is the IT or the business benefit. Again, the restoration of the service is fast, because identifying the root cause and minimizing the issue recurrence happens faster when we are using the ServiceNow Incident Management as a tool. Let's go to the next slide. And let's see what happens exactly in the incident management. Okay. The first thing is a breakdown happens. Now, the breakdown can be a configuration item breakdown, it could be an IT service breakdown, and anything which is not working as such. Okay. So once the breakdown happens, uh, reporting an incident happen. Now, reporting an incident is given, can be happening in multiple ways. The end user or the person who is facing the issue can give a call to the service desk and say, you know what, this is the issue, and an incident will be created automatically inside ServiceNow. The second thing is, by the end user will raise an incident by themselves by using the service portal, or it could be in multiple ways like integration and many other things. Okay. Once and reporting of incident happens, managing an incident should happen. That is investigation, assignment, and assessment. The investigation should happen, like why this issue was raised. Then assignment should happen, like which assignment, which group, which team can solve this problem. And then assessment happens, the team who can solve the problem will assess it and try to resolve it, or talk to other teams and get it resolved. And then resolving an incident will happen. And exactly, it can be a recurring process. It can be a recurring process, or it could not be a recurring process. We have to go for not recurring process. Okay. This is how incident management steps look like. We have already gone through the incident definition, so I will just skip to the next slide. Again, the incident definition is basically any unplanned interruption to the incident IT services or reduction of the quality of IT services. Now, what are the key roles in the incident management? As I said you that ServiceNow is using ITIL functional ITIL process as such. It is abiding to the ITIL process. The first role which is important is ITIL. So what happens is, if you are a help desk technician, or if you are a person who is trying to solve the issues, so you will be given an ITIL role, wherein you can open, update, close an incident or a problem change or anything which is related to ITSM. Okay. By default, only users with ITIL role can have tasks assigned to them. So basically, anyone who is in the team who will be solving an incident should have ITIL role. ITIL underscore admin. So this, as you can see in the role's name itself, it is admin. So you will have an additional role also that is given to the team leads or the managers who are the who can delete or have some other additional functionality, just not delete, but other functionalities also. Additional functionalities which should not be given to the team members as such will be given to the team leads. So team leads should basically have ITIL and ITIL admin both roles. Now the next one is major incident manager. So major incident, any incident will be raised like a normal incident itself. So if there is a major incident, first of all, identification should happen whether actually it is a major incident or not, and accordingly approve it, and then the whole life cycle will happen of the incident. So approving and owning and having an accountability of the major incident will be on the person who will be given the role major underscore incident underscore manager. Yeah. So the major incident manager, whoever is assigned that role, should also have another role, that is they should be involved in the resolution. So they should be involved in the whole process of the incident life cycle, and also they should be communicating with the end users or with the team who will be resolving this major incident and everything, and observe that the SLA has been met as such. We'll be discussing what SLA is in the future slides. Okay. The next very important thing in the incident life cycle is incident states. So according to the incident state, the SLA is managed. So usually it will be like a new, whenever incident is created, it will be in a new state, and then it can go to, once it is assigned to someone, so once someone is working on it, it will go to in progress. It can go to on hold from here, from new to in between new to in progress, or after in progress it can go to on hold also. That is, it will go to on hold when uh, the person whom the incident is assigned to has some questions to the end users, or if there is some query which he or she is waiting for. So at that time it will be on hold, and SLA also will be on hold. There is service level agreement, SLA will be on hold for that period of time. Again, it depends on company to company, sometime how the SLA is defined. If it is defined like it should not be on hold when the ticket goes on hold, or it could have multiple reasons, specifications when SLA could be stopped or not stopped. Okay. So from new to in progress, it can go to on hold, or the ticket or the incident can also go to cancelled. Maybe after the investigation, the person whom it was assigned to felt that, you know what, this is a duplicate incident, or it is an irrelevant incident, or it's already resolved incidents. So there could be multiple things because of which a incident can be cancelled. Okay. Now, if the person whom it is assigned to, the incident is assigned to, feels that, you know what, this is a valid incident and they have to work on this incident, then they can work on this incident and resolve the incident. Then the next state will be resolved, and once it is confirmed by the end user that is actually resolved, it can go to the closed. Now to going to the closed state, it could be an automatic process, like we are waiting for 20 days or 15 days for the customer or the end user to come back and say that, you know what, really, it's really resolved. If they don't come back within 20 days, then it will automatically close, or 30 days it will automatically close. That could be one option, or it could be like it should be manually closed. Then you have to wait for the end user to come back to you and say that, you know what, it's really resolved. It also depends on your company, so it depends on each company how they deal with it. Yeah. So after the states what we have defined, we will go for the life cycle of incident, and there are three stages in the life cycle of the incidents. The first stage is creation and classification. So as I said you that we have to log the incident. The logging of the incident can be done by multiple sources. It could be via a call, by raising a normal incident from the back end. The service desk guys can raise it, or it could be from the service portal, or it could be some integration through some integrations it has come. So first step is logging the incident. The second step is detailing the incident and classifying the incident. So basically it means that we have to give the details of what is the incident, and we have to say whether it's what is the configuration item which failed, and what could be the service which failed, etc. So we have to give the detail and classify the incident out there, and then we have to assign the incident for investigation. So assigning of the incident can happen via service desk guys, or it could happen from the level 1 L1 team, or it could be a automatic process also. Okay, so that's the stage 1. Now let's go to stage 2, that is investigation and diagnosis. Yeah. So basically, when we say assign the incident for investigation, that could come out here also, or it could be the level L1 team's job, or it could be an automation job, and then they will be locating the assignment group. And they will be, once the assignment group is located, it has to be assigned to one of the team members. So assignment group is basically any teams. Okay, so teams are the assignment groups. Assigned to is a team member, whomever you want to assign to. Okay, once it is done, only then the investigation starts, and you investigate the person whom it is assigned to, investigates the symptoms and the impacts of the issue. So basically, how critical is this incident, how much impact it causes if this particular service doesn't function. So that kind of investigation is done by the person whom this incident is assigned to. The next is diagnose the cause. So basically, the person whom is assigned to will diagnose, find out where the root cause. If he or she needs more information, they can actually raise incident tasks. So that is a child. Okay, that's a child of incident. They can raise incident task and assign to different teams. Maybe it could be that it is assigned to a hardware team, but it could be a problem of some network or some router or some line or something, and it needs some more investigation from other teams. So they can take help of other teams by raising incident tasks and asking them also to diagnose the root cause. And once the root cause is found, um, it could be that it is assigned. Once you find out, once the person whom it is assigned to finds out, you know what, this issue actually, the root cause is due to the failure of some other team's capacity, or someone who is handling that particular module or something. So they can actually send this particular incident to that particular team. So these all things can be done. Important thing is they have to ensure that the incident status is updated and the work notes is updated. I'll explain you how the work notes looks like. Basically, work notes is the notes information, so that it will be useful for the person who is following it up and who wants to follow it up, what is happening in that incident. Okay, monitor the incident resolution progress. So obviously, once you're updating the incident status and you found out the resolution, you will set it by you, I mean the technician or the assigned to person whom the incident is assigned to, will set it to resolved, and they will also give the resolution notes, as in it's resolved now, this was the issue, can give the cause, etc., and ask the end user to check whether the incident is actually resolved or not. And later, upon the how your company has set it up, if it is auto closed, then it will become auto closed, otherwise the incident will be closed manually. Okay, As I said, you resolution and closure, that's the stage 3. Um, the restore services to end user, it will be informed, update the incident activity. The updation will be done by the technician whom this particular incident is assigned to. And end users can also update it by saying that it is resolved. Yes, if it is not resolved, then it will go back to in progress. And again, the whole process starts. Okay. And next is communicating the resolution to end users. We have already covered this. And next is automatically or manually closing the incident. So this is the whole life cycle of the incident. And then we will just see how it looks in ServiceNow. So I'm going to the ServiceNow slide. So this is the ServiceNow instance. This is a personal developer instance. That is a free instance which is given by ServiceNow. This is the navigator. So what we can do is, if you want to search something and you just know the starting word or something, so you can just search it by using the filter navigator. Okay. And I'll just type here incident. Okay. And once I type incident, we have to go to the menu which is written as incident. And I'll just open all. I want to explain this whole thing and then we will traverse inside. Okay. So whenever you click all the incidents which is assigned, which is inside your company, whoever it is assigned to, irrespective of the team, will be displayed here unless until you are restricted to see it. Okay. So this is how the incident looks like. You will have the incident number here. That is a unique number which will be used to tracking the incident. The next one is opened. When it is opened, there will be a short description. There will be a caller. Caller is the end user or the person who has raised this particular incident. Priority is in which priority it is. And as we said, we have the state here. I'll explain you more on the state and everything. There's a category, there's assignment group, there's assigned to. Now, this particular thing is called as list view. Okay. You can search anything by clicking here, this one. Yeah. And search for anything out here. Maybe I'll search like email. Okay. And click on enter and I'll get everything which is starting with email. If I'll do star, that is a wild character. Okay. And then anything which in between or anywhere in the sentence, if email is coming up, you will be finding it out. Okay. This is first thing. The second one is you are having a filter out here also. This filter is called as condition builder. Okay. So what will happen is as soon as I'll click all out here, the condition builder is showing all. I can click here. I can build the condition out here. So I can say, let's say short description. Okay. Short description, because here the field is short description, contains email. Okay. And I will run it. So all the incidents which will have email in it, the short description will be displayed here. Okay. Similarly, you can give multiple fields, like you can give priority. Priority is critical. Show me the incidents which are having priority as critical, and I can run it. Okay, I can combine it also. I want to know the incidents which are priority critical and whose state is new. Then what will I do? I'll say and I will say and state is new and run it. Okay, so you will get two results wherein the priority is critical and the state is new. The incident numbers are 9005 and 7001. Okay, once you want to remove this filters, what you have to do, you have to click on the first one, that is all. Okay, it can be clicked and you can see all the incidents out here. Now you can actually filter out or show based on your conditions. For example, I want to see the incidents which is assigned to David Miller. So what I can do is I can right click, okay, right click on the record, right click on David Miller, right click and say show matching. So there are 8 incidents which is assigned, which was reported by David Miller. Okay, again I'll click all. You can filter out also. Okay, I don't want the incidents which are having, let's do one thing. I will just do, again, right click, show matching, all the incidents which are assigned to which was reported by David Miller. And now I don't want to see the incidents which are in closed state because it's already closed, right? So what I will do, I'll right click on the closed, I will say filter out. There you go. So here we can see incidents which was reported by David Miller and which are not in closed state. There are 5 incidents which are still in new state. Okay. I'll again click. Before I click all, I'll show you another thing, that you can edit some fields. So whatever you're seeing here, right, number, open, short description, caller, these are called as fields, incident fields. Okay, any table will have the fields like this. Okay, they will have their own names. So this is called as fields. Incident is actually a table. Whatever you're seeing here, like this whole thing is called as record. This is again a record. So horizontally, whatever you're seeing, right, that is a record. Whatever you're seeing vertically, the name what you're seeing here is actually the fields. Okay. Okay. So now you can double click on few of the fields and modify it. Maybe I'll change it to in progress and save it. When you do right click, it will be saved. Okay. So now this state is in progress. Okay. There's another thing what you can do. I'll just first do all. Okay. And right click on the state. I want to group by the state. By group by, I want to know how many are in new, how many are in progress, how many are in closed, etc. So I'll click on group by state. See, we are able to see. So there are 11 incidents which are in new state. They're in progress 21 incidents. There are 7 incidents which is on hold, and etc. etc. If you don't want to see in this way, you can just right click and do ungroup. Now you can group by multiple things. You can group by in category also. Just right click, group by category, and you have the categories. Okay, it's upon your requirement. Ungroup. Okay, now right click and you can export this list. So I will just reduce the list. I will just say David Miller and I will say software. Okay, show matching with the category software. There are 2. I will just do right click and do export. I can export it in multiple ways. I can export in XLS way. Okay, if you want to have this report somewhere to be done, and then click on download and it will be saved in your system in an XLS way. And you can have it in multiple ways. You can have it in CSV, XML, JSON, PDF, any format you want. Okay, right click. Now there is another thing called as show visual task board. So this is a Kanban board. Okay, if I'll click on all and I will do right click and I will do show visual task board. So basically it will open in a Kanban board. Okay, and it will be automatically done. So you need not actually create a Kanban board also. It will be automatically there for you, and you can just change the position from here to here, or go back, assign anyone, just drag and assign that particular incident to someone. So it is that easy and it is automatically done, and you need not do anything, like you need not write a code for it or anything. Okay, all. I just clicked incident all basically. Right click, you can sort. Okay, so you can have a short description if you want to sort from A to Z or Z to A, you can do that, ascending or descending. And you can do the same thing out here also. Click on condition builder and you can add a sort here. Yeah, you can add a sort here also, maybe short description, and you'll say A to Z and it will be sorted. So you can do it in two ways. Okay. Okay. With that, we have covered the list view. There's another thing which is the table, the pagination, which is done here. You can actually go to the next page by clicking here, or go to the last page by clicking here, to the first page, clicking here. Okay. You can search any of the fields from here also. Maybe if I want to search for number, this one. So I'll just search number like this and search it, and it will come here. Yeah, you can search in two ways, three ways basically. Yeah. Okay. Now we will go for the creation of an incident. So what I will do, I click new here. Okay. When I click new, basically it is creating a new incident. You can create a new incident by clicking here also, create new, that also you can use it. Okay. So I will give caller anyone. So I'll just search for any caller. Maybe I'll give able tutor as the caller. Now there are different categories and subcategories. Category based on the category, subcategories will be displayed. Okay. Is it an inquiry or help? Are you creating an incident for some inquiry or for some question? You can choose that category. Are you is it a software issue, or is it a hardware issue? Is it a network issue? Is it a database issue? Basically select what kind of issue you are having. So I'll just say software issue, and then it has a subcategory also. Is it an email or is it an operating system? Now your company can have multiple other things also. You can add those kind of subcategories or categories by yourself, okay, according to your requirement. Now I'll say, email. Now I can search the service. Now service you can search by yourself, or I'm just giving any service, and I'm giving any service offering by that way. It is not required, but I'm just search for any email server or anything is there. So I'll just give this one. Yeah. Okay. I'll say my email is a service is really slow. Okay. I can give more explanation, like my email service name server is 1231210, something like that. Okay. Or give any dummy thing. Give more explanation out here. Now, impact, urgency, and priority. Are you seeing the priority um, is not an editable field? So it depends on the impact and urgency. What is the impact? The impact is medium for me. Urgency is high. Because I'm not able to send any email, so my urgency is high, and I can say my impact is also high. If you'll see that I have given impact as medium and urgency as high, and that's why the priority is set as high. So for example, if I change it to high, my impact is high and my urgency is high, then the priority is changed to critical. But right now I'll just give like this. And if you see here, the state is set to new. Contact type. How was the contact happen? How did you raise this incident? Was it via email? Did the service desk get an email, or did the end user call, or did the end user just use a self-service, or was it a walk-in? Maybe they came to came to the IT service desk and said that, you know what, I am having this issue. I'll just give none for now. Okay. Okay, I'll just give email. Or I will give walk-in. Okay. So if you see related search, it will search all the knowledges. Maybe you have this issue or any other issues, it will just display here. Okay. So what I will do, I'll click on submit. Yeah. and I will search for this incident. I'll click on this incident, and imagine that I am the L1 team, or I am uh, the automated service. Okay, I'll see. Okay, fine. If this is the issue, I will assign it to some group. I'll just search for email or something. Okay, do we have? No. I'll search for support or something. Okay, I'm just setting any assignment group as such, and I'm searching, assigning to the incident manager. Okay, and I will just update it. Yeah, as soon as I updated, basically as soon as I gave someone this assigned to some person, this particular incident changed to in progress. Okay, now what I will do, I will impersonate to incident manager as such. Okay. I will just go. So imagine that incident manager has logged in. Okay, I'll go to the incidents again, and I will say assigned to me. What is, so basically incident manager will come and he'll say, okay, fine, this particular incident is assigned to me. Now that person will start investigating. So basically we are in this phase. Okay, the first phase was creation and assigning. The second phase, we are in this phase. Okay, so we will just go there and we'll see, okay, fine, the email service is really slow. So I'll just update something. I'll say checking with, I'm just giving dummy team for now, demo team, if there is an issue. So whatever you're seeing in work notes, right, it will not be visible to the customer. Okay, it is only for your internal purpose, for your teammates or someone from your service desk, from one team to another team to see it. Okay, this will not be visible to your customer or the end user. Okay, I'll just post this. Okay, now you can add few people in your watch list or in a work notes list. Watch list is basically, it could be your, in your team, somebody in your team. It could be someone as your backup. Maybe tomorrow if you go on leave, then at least somebody will be there in watch list. Or it could be the customer itself, or it could be your manager or anyone. Okay, you can add people in your watch list by clicking on that lock sign, searching, and I'll add Abraham Lincoln out here and lock it. You can add multiple people also. If you add the plus sign, it will basically add yourself. See? Okay. Again, I will add in the work notes myself, and maybe I'll search, and maybe I'll add him. Okay. So whatever work notes you're adding, Alejandra will also be able to see it. Okay. Okay. Now I will just save it. When I save it or when I click on update, it basically updates the incident. Okay. Now I will go down and show you this. This particular line is there, right? This particular mm, thing is called as related lists. Okay, anything which is related to incident will be displayed here. So task SLAs, as I said, your SLAs is related to incidents, that's why it's displayed here. Is basically having priority 2 resolution in SLA attached to it. Basically it means 8 hours. In 8 hours you have to finish this incident, resolve this incident as such. Okay, and then you have effective CIs. What kind of configuration item was affected? I said email. These things came from when the incident was created. Okay. Yeah. So now I have worked on it and I found the issue. So found the issue, restarted the email server, issue resolved. I'll just say this much, and issue resolved also. and I will say additional comments. As soon as I said additional comments, I clicked on this one. This means that it is visible to the customer. This particular message will be visible to the customer. That means it will be visible to able tutor. He will get a email information that, you know what, it has been resolved now, or whatever information you want to give here, you can give here. Okay. And post it. Okay. Now if you see the state, you can actually go to on hold also. When you go to on hold, you can have to give an on hold reason. Are you waiting for the caller? Are you waiting for something from caller? Are you waiting for a change, problem, or vendor? So basically change or problem is that you thought that this incident uh, is not just one incident, it can be a problem. Problem is that if multiple incidents are raised because of one problem, one issue, or something which is not working, and multiple incidents are raised because of it, you have raised a problem for it, then it is waiting for problem. If you're waiting for a change, that means there's a code fix, there's a bug in your code. Or if you are expecting some changes to happen in your some implementations which you have to do, at that time you're awaiting for a change. So you have to give according, suppose if I'm saying awaiting for the change, then I have to give the change request number out here, okay, in related records. Yeah. So whatever you're seeing here, right, notes, related records, resolution information, these are called as sections. And whatever you're seeing here, like the way it is opened, the one incident, this is called as form view. Okay, this is a form view. So if you're saying that, you know, you are waiting for a change, then you have to give a change number out here and it will go on a hold. If you're waiting for a problem, then you have to give awaiting problem and give problem number here. You can search and you can find a problem number out here and you can link this particular incident with that problem. Okay. Awaiting caller basically means that you have to give some information to the caller, and see, if you see it has made a star, it wants you to give what are you waiting for from the caller. Awaiting your answer or something, awaiting from when are you facing this issue, etc. You can ask anything, and at that time on hold, the state will go to on hold. Okay, I will not go to on hold, I will just click on resolved. Okay, when I click on resolved, and I will not give this, I'll just take it out. Okay, when you click on resolved, this particular section, resolution information, as you can see, it is marked as star. That means that it is mandatory. Okay, so I'll just copy this, go to resolution, and then I will say resolution code. The resolution code basically means that have you solved it by giving a workaround, or have you solved it permanently? Okay, whether you have solved it remotely by the call or something like that. Okay, or is it again whether it's a workaround or whether it's permanent. Not solved could be that when you tried it, it was not reproducible. Okay, or not solved could be too costly. Too costly basically means that it could be expensive. Maybe the server itself is down. You can give the new server name to them and connect that email server to them, so that, because it's too costly to replace the server as such. Okay, there could be multiple reasons for it. Again, closed or resolved by the caller. Basically, it could happen that the caller, there could be some issue because of which they were not finding the email. They restarted the computer and then it started working maybe. So it could be closed or resolved by the caller itself. So I will just say solved remotely and I will give this. As you can see, resolved by and resolved is not editable. So when I update it, when I click on resolve, at that time it will automatically be updated. Okay, so I'll click on resolve. See, it's resolved. I'll click again. I'll open it. See, it is giving who has resolved it and when they have resolved it. So this is automatically updated. Okay. So I'll end the impersonation and I'll go back to my profile now. Okay. So as I said you in the first introduction of ServiceNow, as in the first slides, that ServiceNow is very much database driven, and each particular concept like incident, change, anything is actually a table. Okay. So incident is actually, so if you see task here, right? Task is a parent table. So incident is treated as a task. Okay. So task is a parent table. It will have number, state, short description, configuration item, priority, and many other things for that matter. These are the fields of that table. And string, integer, string, etc. These are the data types. Okay. Reference is basically, the reference data type is basically if you're referring to some other table, that is called as reference data type. Okay. So now we are having incident. Incident is actually child table of task. Okay. So it will again have reference, caller, category, change request, problem, parent, incident, reopen count, and many other things, many other fields for that matter. Now, one incident can have multiple incident tasks. Now, incident tasks are basically uh, task which is created for some other teams if you want to. Okay, so that is how incident tasks are. Again, incident task is actually child table of task table. Okay. So you can have multiple incident tasks for one incident, but you can't have multiple incidents for one incident task. So incident is 1 to 0, 1 to 0 to multiple reference. Okay, 1 to star reference. Okay. With that, we have completed the incident management, and we will go to problem management. Okay. As I said you that if there is a common cause of one or more incidents which were raised, and the cause is not usually known at the time when the problem was created, they felt that, you know what, these many incidents are created and the root cause could be something which is common. At that time, a problem record is created. And then there is this problem management process, which the whole process is responsible for the investigation and the resolution of the issue. So the primary objective of the problem management are to prevent incidents from happening and to minimize the impact of the incidents that cannot be prevented. Okay. We will be going to the problem states. As we said that incident states are really important, as similarly problem states are very important to understand where exactly is the problem, what is actually happening in the problem, and everything else. Okay. So the first thing is the problem will, when a problem is created, it will be in a new state. So now problem can be created via incident. You see that, you know what, and link it at that time. So problems can be created in that way, or it can be created in proactively by clicking new and creating a problem. Okay. So the first state is new. Once it is clicked on assist, so basically if anyone is any technician is assigned to that particular problem at that time, and then they start with the assessment. At that time, it will be an assess state. Now, while that person is assessing, they can feel that, you know what, this particular thing is either a duplicate, a problem is already created for the issue, or it could be that this is invalid. So at that time, the person whom the problem is assigned to, who's assessing this problem, can mark it to duplicate or cancel, and automatically it would be cancelled or duplicated. Okay. Cancelled basically. It could happen that after the investigation, the problem owner felt that, you know what, this particular thing is actually an issue, and he or she has to do a root cause analysis. At that time, that person is confirming that yes, this is a problem, and then start with RCA, that is root cause analysis. Okay. It could be at that moment also, it could be that it can be marked as duplicate, it can be marked as cancel, or it can be accepted as a risk. It could be that once you fix this problem, it can create multiple issues, and it's better to have a workaround for it rather than a permanent fix for it. So that could also be marked as closed. Okay. Now, after the root cause analysis, the person has found the reason why this particular thing is a problem, a root cause has been found. At that time, a fix can be in progress. Fix can be done by the person whom the problem is assigned to, or that person can raise a change request and say that, and assign to the particular team whose responsibility it is to fix that particular problem. Maybe it is not in their team's areas of expertise. So that could also be the thing. The fix could be in progress. Once the whole thing is done, maybe the change request is closed, or by themselves they have completed the issue, they fix the issue. At that time, it will go to resolve. That is resolved state. Okay. While you're resolving, after you resolve it, you will send to the end user and say, you know what, this particular problem is resolved. The end user will check the issue, and if that person finds the issue again, then it will go back to reanalyze analysis phase. Okay, it will again go to root cause analysis phase, and you have to again start the whole process. If the end user feels that, you know what, this particular issue is resolved, then the closure of the problem happens. It could be an automatic closure, or it could be a manual closure. Okay, so this is how the problem management state transitions happens. Next, we will go to problem management lifecycle. As we had incident management lifecycle, similarly, we have different stages of problem management lifecycle. Okay. The first thing is detection and logging. So the first thing is we have to detect the problem. Either it could be a proactive step that the problem coordinator found some issue and they felt that, you know what, this is a problem where because of which multiple incidents are happening. And that time you can raise a problem. Or it could be that it is a reactive issue, reactive detection. Basically, multiple incidents are raised and you found that there is a problem in the system, and then you raised a problem and you mapped all the incidents to that particular problem. There are two ways of detecting the problem. Once you detect the problem, you can create a new problem record and prioritize and categorize the problem. Give more information of what is the subcategory category, give the priority, the impact and the urgency basically, um, and say which particular service or configuration item was affected, impacted by this particular problem. And then assign the problem for investigation. So when you're assigning the problem for the investigation, it basically means you're assigning to an assignment group and then assigning a person from that assignment group. So the next stage is investigation and diagnosis. So basically, it means that you have to conduct an RCA to determine the underlying cause of the incidents. The root cause analysis could be done by the person whom this particular, or the assignment group to which the problem was assigned, or they can also create problem tasks. Problem tasks basically means you are assigning the tasks to other teams and asking, you know what, this is the problem is, can you find out in your team if there is an issue in your code or in your product or in your service as such. Okay, so you can do that also. Once you are completing it, you can document the root cause. You have to document the root cause, work around and fix. There are sometimes some cases wherein uh, there are some cases in which you have to provide a workaround, and only then start with the RCA, the root cause analysis, because it could be a critical issue and everyone is waiting for your workaround. So the workaround is the first thing sometimes which is needed by the end user. So you have to give the workaround first and then start with the root cause analysis and find out the root cause and then proceed with the fix. So the first step for problem management process is the workaround. Okay. Um, Okay, so once the workaround is provided, you did the RCA, you created the problem task, you find out the reasons, and then you give the root cause, and then you go to did the fix. The fix can be done by your team, or it could be done by some other team from whom this particular issue originated. Okay. Stage 3 is resolution and closure. Basically, we have to confirm the workaround. How will the confirmation come? Basically, it is coming from the end users. They say that yes, after the workaround, the issue has been fixed, the service has been restored, and they can give you approval of closing the instance, or it is because incidents are based, it runs on the SLA, right? It is the money. So they can give you that information of closing, and the problem ticket will be opened. Okay, will be open till the actual fix happens. Now, if you're providing a fix, then obviously the end user has to confirm the fix that yes, this particular whatever fixes the problem, whomever the problem was assigned to has done, has actually restored the services, and you can actually close this issue. And then as I said you, that we can implement the change for the fix, and if required, and update and close the problem. So this can be done automatically or manually, the closure of the problem. Okay. Here we have given a pictorial representation how it will look like. Okay, the first is problem creation. As I said, the problem creation can be done from incident management, that is from incident, or event management. Basically, one event was triggered and you feel that okay, fine, this is a problem, so you can create in that way. Or technical support. Basically, a team has sat together and found out that what, we are getting multiple incidents, and they found out multiple incidents have common thing, and it could be a problem. So at that time also you can create a problem. Development code review. So once you're doing a code review as such, so it's a proactive step. So whenever you do a development code review, it's a proactive steps. Okay. So once the problem record is created, this is a logging. Problem is created, categorization is done, prioritization is done, and we'll check out whether it's a known error. If it's not a known error, then then we'll go for investigation and diagnosis. If it's a known error, then we'll just say yes, it's a known error, and known error is created. Sometimes a known error and nothing can be done about it, and it's just a KB document, which knowledge document, which you have to just refer and go with it. Okay. And even in the known error, you should sometimes have a workaround. Yeah. So workaround is very much important if you want to have a known error created. I'll be coming to that point out here. So the next step is diagnosis. Okay, so investigation and diagnosis will happen. Workaround available, it's a question mark. Okay, so it's whether workaround is available or not. If the workaround is available, only then you can create a known error or go for resolution. If you don't have a workaround, you can't create a known error, and again you have to so it's a very important part in the problem management process, that you should have a workaround, and only then go for resolution or say that's a known error. Okay, once the resolution happens, there's a next step, that a review and a closure will happen. Review and closure depends on the severity, and also depends on the person who has raised this problem. Now we'll go for the problem management lifecycle demo. I'm again going to the ServiceNow development deployment instance. I'll type problem. So as you had seen in incident, problem also has a problem menu, and whatever you're seeing here are the modules. Okay, so I'll just click on all, and whatever you're seeing here are the problems which are there in your system. Okay, so what we will do is we'll again so the list view, whatever we were seeing, the list functionalities, whatever we saw in incident, is the same features what we have in the problems also. That is, you can right click and have show matching, you can filter out, you can do the condition builder out here. So same features are there out here also. Okay. So I'll just create a new problem. So if you see here, the problem number is this much, and you can have who has first reported it. Okay. And it could be coming from some tasks or anyone. So I'll just click on this one. And this is basically a change. Okay. And I will say in which category it is. I will say software, and then I will go for email. Okay. I'll go for configuration item, and I will just give anything. Maybe I'll give Lenovo or something. Okay. And then I will say testing the problem functionality. I'm just giving anything out here. You can give the exact details. Okay. Demo for problem management. If you see here, in the related search, you can see all the knowledge documents, what can be found here, so that you can refer it. Okay. Out here, whatever you're seeing, notes, analysis information, resolution information, other information, these are the these are called as sections. Okay. Okay. So I'll go up and I will say, I will not give any assignment group as such. I will just click submit. Yeah. If you see here, it is out here. So I'll just click here again, and I will think of assigning somebody. So let's see. So I will say problem analyzers. Okay. I'm assigning to that group. I'll search and I'll say problem coordinator A. Okay. And say assigning you the problem for investigation. If you can see here, there is no incidents associated with it. You have to add the incidents out here. Okay. Which are the incidents which was affected by this problem? So I can add this and this maybe. Okay. And say add selected. You can add all 28 or you can do add selected. Okay. You can actually associate problem task or change requests. I will show you how it is done. So yeah, we'll go with the process. Okay. So we have two incidents which is impacted because of this problem. And we have assigned it to problem coordinator A. I'll just copy the name so that I can go to that person. Okay, I'll post this particular thing, assigning you the problem for investigation, and update it. Then what I will do, I will impersonate to problem coordinator A. Okay. And then again, I'll type problem. I'll say assigned to me. These are assigned to me. I'm going to the one which I have created. So this is assigned to problem coordinator A. Now, problem coordinator A can actually mark it duplicate or confirm it. Let's try mark duplicate. Okay. I have to give what is it duplicate of, for which problem it is duplicate of. And you can see the resolution code is typed as duplicate automatically, and the state will change to closed. Okay, I'll update it. I'll say maybe this one, unable to send and receive emails, and say this is the problem already created. So this is a duplicate of that problem. I'll say okay. And if you can see, this problem has closed by itself. It has gone to duplicate. The whole process is bypassed and gone to closed. So if you remember, We were in SS, we had to confirm, we didn't confirm, but we marked it as duplicate, so it became closed. So this particular transition happened. Okay, I'll end this impersonation and again go and create a new problem. Okay, problem, create new. I'll not give any change or anything. I'll just say software and give email or operating system. Let's change it to operating system for me. And maybe give this. I'm just blindly giving it, guys. Just assign that person also. Test 2 for problem management process. Demo 2. Okay. And I will just submit it. So it is an SS state. Yeah. Once it is an SS state, the person whom it is this problem has been given to has to confirm whether this is a problem or not. Yeah. So what I will do, I will go to the problem coordinator A again. So impersonate user, go to problem coordinator. Again, go to problem. Say assign to me and click here. And this time it's an SS state. And I will say, yes, this is a problem. Okay. For workaround and fix. Okay. I'll post it and confirm. Okay. So once it is confirmed that this is an issue, that time root cause analysis starts. You can click on accept risk of the problem. And you can give the risks which is there and you can say, okay, at that time, it will be resolved. So when you're accepting a risk, basically you are saying that there is a known error created and there is a workaround applied and you have to give the workaround out here. We will start doing that. Okay. I will say accept risk and I'll say cause notes first. There was which will be fixed in the next upgrade. Okay. And I'll just copy this. Workaround applied. Wrote a custom code which will work till the upgrade is applied. Okay. And I will say, okay. As you can see, it is closed, risk is accepted, and the workaround has been applied. Okay. And impersonation. Now we will try to have a normal, that there is an issue and how we'll fix it. We'll go with that. So we have right now covered from SS to mark it as duplicate and from root cause analysis to mark it as accepted risk and how it got closed. So we have done these two cycles. Now we will go with the normal cycle, that is fixing in progress and resolved, and how that goes. Yeah. Problem. Create new. Let's give hardware this time. So CPU. Issue with or I can say demo testing 3 problem management process demo 3, sorry, 3. Okay, again, I'm assigning from the first step itself rather than, okay, and just submitting it. Okay, now I'm impersonating to problem coordinator A. Searching for problem assigned to me. Okay, clicking it, confirming it. Okay, now I feel that, you know what, this particular thing needs some other team's helps. Okay, I'll just add incidents. I forgot it to add there. So I'll just add here. Okay, so again, I forgot to add the configuration item also out there. Yeah, I'll save it. Okay. Now I feel that, you know what, this particular problem needs some resolution, some check from some other teams also. So I will click new problem task. Okay. I will say root cause analysis, and I will search for the assignment group. Hardware. And I will say configuration item. I didn't give that, right? So here is a configuration item. And we will just say, could you check why CPU is having issue? Okay. And say demo. I'm not explaining more out here. I'll just say demo. There's no users added here. Okay, that will be a problem. I'll just give something wherein the users will be there. Okay. Application development. Just giving problem analyzers again. Okay. And I'll give coordinator B as such. Okay. And I'll just click submit. So this problem is assigned to problem coordinator B. Okay. So now what we have to do is first this problem task should be closed, and only then I can start with this work. Okay. I can parallelly also start working on it. So I will just end impersonation here. I will go to coordinator B now. Yeah. Again, go to the problem. Go to assign to me. Okay, I have to go to the problem task now, right? So the problem tasks, I will give you the details of it. Give me a minute. So you have to go to the problem, go to all, sorry, assign to me. All. Clicked here, test 3. and went here. Okay, and I will say start work. Okay, and I'll say no issue from our end. Okay, and click on complete. Actually, which team did I give it to? Problem analysis, right? Okay, no. Okay, so I'll say the CPU issue recognized, found, and change request has been submitted. So when I say change request has been submitted, basically a code changes has to be done. Okay, so I'll say complete here and say hardware issue, fix CPU overheating. I'm just writing anything. Okay, change request submitted. Okay, okay, okay. So this has been closed, and then what I will do, I'll go to the problem coordinator A. Now the problem coordinator A will again search for problem, and I'll go for assign to me. I'll click here. Okay. So I will just go to change and add the change, assuming that that is a change what our guys from the hardware has created. Okay. Add selected. Okay. And then I will say start fix. I'll just give demo here. We know the reason out there. Cause was CPU overheating, and fix is change request submitted. Okay. I'm just adding a scenario where change request is required, but if a CPU is overheating, you actually have to have technician will fix it. It could not be a hardware issue. It could be a software issue in which you are having a change request or something like that. Okay. But it's just for our analysis and nothing else. Yeah. Now you can click on analyze also. So basically, after you are in the fix in progress or you're in root cause analysis, if you're clicked resolved also, you guys can go back to reanalyze. That is by clicking here. So now I'm clicking resolve rather than clicking on reanalyze. So I'm just clicking resolve here, and it is resolved because I have given all the information already, fix notes and everything. Okay. And now what we can do is, once I have clicked on result, we are checking from the, we can update it here. Okay. That is resolved. Okay. Once I click on complete, let me click on, once the resolution has been accepted, you can click on complete button. With that, the problem will be closed. Okay. And then you can close the incident also. Okay, fine. So this is how this whole process works. This is how the problem lifecycle works. Let me end the impersonation here. Usually what will happen is that you will not go to problem and create a new like this. You may not be doing that. It is not a proactive step. It could be that you are creating from an incident. I'll show you how that works. Okay. I'll type incident here. I'll say all. It's a closed one, right? So what you have to do is, you feel that this particular incident is actually related to a problem, then what you have to do, right click and click on create problem. And then a problem is created by itself, and the first reported by will be the incident number. Okay, and that particular incident will automatically be linked with this problem. Okay, are you seeing this? So this is how it usually should be created. Okay. Okay, fine. So with that, we have completed the problem management lifecycle. Go for the next one, that is problem data structure. So as I said you that ServiceNow is very much data oriented, database oriented. So again, problem is also treated as a task. Okay, so problem is a child table of task table. If you remember, incident is also the child table of task table. So task table is a parent table. Okay, now the task table is having the fields called as number, state, short description, configuration, item, and priority. So if you, I'll just open problem. So if you're seeing this number, right? State, short description, or the problem statement basically. Okay, and description, and configuration item, these are coming from, and the priority, these are coming from task table as such. Okay, these are inherited from task table. Problem is having by itself the category, the cause notes, the fixed notes, the workaround, the things what we have seen already, right? Resolution code, related incidents, these are coming from problem itself. So these are from the problem tables, like fixed notes, etc., etc. And everything, whatever you're seeing here, right? String, integer, string, reference, integer, these are the data types. Similarly, fixed note is HTML. So if you see here, these are HTML. Okay, so these are the data types. Now again, problem can have multiple problem tasks created. We have seen one problem task created, but you can have multiple problem tasks also created, or you can have no problem task also created. So it is 1 to 0 or star multiple. Okay, that relationship is shared between problem and problem task. Again, problem task is a child table of task. So task is a parent table for both problem and problem task, and task is the parent table for both incident and incident task. Okay. So here you will have another thing called as follow, wherein you can actually have a chat open like this. Okay, this is a chat which can be opened, and you can follow the problem or anything you want to follow about here. Okay, also you can attach any documents you want to in the problem or in the incident. Also just click here and choose a file, and you can attach few things, like if you have some documents which you want to attach to prove that, you know, incident. If you want to create an incident, you want to give a screenshot or something, you can do it in that way. Okay, this is called as context menu. So you will have so many things out here also which you can do. Okay, fine. So the next topic is continual improvement management, and this particular management is a byproduct of both problem and incident. Both of them use this particular thing. So we'll explain it out here. Okay, so the continual improvement management is basically a method to identify and execute opportunities to make IT processes and services better. So basically, when you're having a review done, right, and you feel that, you know what, this particular process could have been done better, and internally within your team or generally within your projects, you are deciding it. So at that time, a continuous improvement management plan has to be done. Okay, it is based on the incidents and the problems what you guys are getting, or it could be based on the change requests and knowledge articles what you're getting. Okay, so and to objectively measure the effects of these efforts over time. So basically you could have added some process to benefit and improve your whole turnaround time. So this particular continual improvement management will track whether it has really improved or whether that solution was not of that much use. Okay, so it's kind of an analysis what you can do out here. Used to implement service, process, and function improvements. As I said, you that it could be a service improvement. It could be something like you're increasing the capacity of any router or any laptop functionalities or anything, or it could be a process implementation, like you are thinking that adding automation for automatically assigning the incidents will be much better, or it could be a function improvement, it could be a code improvement what you are doing. So that could be a different ways what you're thinking of implementing the improvements, and that could be added as a continual improvement management process. Okay, an improvement initiative contains goals to measure the success and phases that contain tasks with specific actions to complete the improvement. For example, you thought that, you know what, I have to automate the process. For example, you have to add some code as such. Okay, so the first thing is you have to measure the success. If you add this particular chunk of code, how much time it will take for implementation and how much will be the benefit out of it. If the implementation will take a lot of time and the benefit is really little, it's better to avoid it. So the improvement should be tackled in that way. Okay, and now once you have decided that yes, it will be advantageous to have that particular code change done, the functionality change done, the new feature added, at that time you have to divide it into phases. Like what could be the first thing, like collecting the resources, getting the data, or getting some plugins or anything else. So you have to create the different tasks for it, and then you have to assign the specific actions to someone who will complete the whole improvement. Okay, so this particular image has been taken by ServiceNow product documentation itself. Okay. So the first thing what is important is to identify the improvement opportunities. We have to discover the opportunities to optimize the value of the process or the people or the tools what we're using to improve the business efficiency. So this improvement opportunities could be done by having a weekly meeting or a monthly meeting or a bi-monthly meeting with the teams and find out where is the problem, where exactly is the delay happening, what could be done to improve the whole uh, process or anything by which business efficiency will be improved. So the central idea of improvement opportunities is to have the business efficiencies improved. Okay, once so this particular thing, once it is decided that, you know what, you have a improvement and it is a valid improvement, then you have to plan and execute it. So basically align the improvement with the strategy by setting the measurement goals and executing against them. And then you have to measure and share the business value also. Once the whole implementation is done, you will have dashboards for the continual improvement management. You will have a dashboards or reports generated for your management to check whether really an improvement has happened. And after that, can we have some more opportunities, or can we identify more opportunities to improve for more improvement? And that's the reason why it is a continual improvement, that it is a cycle wherein you can continuously improve your whole process as such. Okay, so for the continual improvement management, you have three rules which is really important, and which is the integral rules of our the whole process to be working fine. The first is improvement requester. Okay, so improvement requester is basically the person, or it could be one person, or it could be a group of person, whoever is assigned to this role. Okay, so it could be an assignment group also. So that person or that group of people will be the people who will be submitting the improvement request. Okay, improvement manager is basically to firstly analyze whether it's a valid improvement or not, whether it should be taken forward or not. And the second thing is how to plan and execute it. So that particular person will be having the improvement manager role. It could be one person, again, it could be a group of people. The last one is improvement coordinator. The improvement coordinator is basically who will be coordinating the whole effort and seeing whether it's happening perfectly fine or not. Okay. Okay, so if you see the slide, if you see the diagram out here, okay, you have continual improvement management tool. It is having analytics, it is having tasks, process optimization, idea portal. So it can come from different way. And at the end, the idea will be submitted as a improvement. Once you submit it, you have to recognize the need for the improvement and submit a new initiative. So basically, the first step is to recognize the need, whether you really have this improvement need or not. Okay. So after that, once the initiative has been submitted, it has to be accepted. It has to be reviewed and it has to be accepted. Okay, that's very important. Okay. Once it is accepted, it has to be assigned to someone, right? It has to be assigned to the coordinator. He or she will be actually creating the phases, creating the tasks, and again, then monitoring, managing the plans and the overall progress, whether it's happening well or not. So that is this process, okay? And that is done by the improvement coordinator. And once that is completed, once all the phases has been implemented, once all the task has been completed, you will be giving it to review it. And basically by review, it means that whether the improvement has been done properly or not, whether there is some significant, whatever we were thinking of, has that initiative completed totally. And after that, after the review, we close the improvement. Okay, basically the improvement coordinator or improvement manager will close the improvement, and then the actual thing starts, which is the measuring of the improvement, whether whatever initiative you took, whether the value was achieved or not, whether the business efficiency was improved or not, and what can be the next steps to improvise it. So it's a continual improvement. So again, you have to think about that. Okay. So improvement process, how will the improvement process come from? It can be coming from incident or problem. It could be coming from demand. It could be coming out of surveys. It could be coming out of benchmarks, as I said you that in the previous slide. So here it is. It could be from the analytics. It could be from the task. Tasks basically are incident and problems. And it could be a process optimization. It could be coming from a portal. So once you request an improvement, the implement or improvement will start. That is measurement and tasks. You have to create those two things. You have to create that measurements. You have to create the tasks and complete the whole process of the implementation of the improvement. And once it is reviewed and closed, then monitoring of improvement will start. Monitoring of improvement is basically having a workbench or a dashboard. Okay. So via the dashboard, you can check out whether your whatever improvements you are given, whether it's working fine or not. Okay. With that, we will start with a demo of how the continual improvement management looks like. The first thing which is important is you have to go to plugin. Okay. Go to system definition. Under system definition, you have plugins. Click on plugin. Okay, so once a plugin is coming up, okay, what you have to do is you have to search for continual. So this particular continual improvement management will not automatically be available in the out of box functionality. You have to install it. Okay, so continual improvement management, if you click here, you will see that there are two. I have already installed it, that's why it is showing as installed. Okay, so you'll get two plugins. That is continual improvement management plugin, which is a paid plugin. So your company has to approve it, and they have to pay for it an extra license, um, and then only you can install it. Okay. Okay. So the next one is automated test. This is free. If you see here, you will find out whether the plugin is free or whether it's paid. Okay, this one is paid, but in your personal instance you can install it. It's okay, because it's for you to play around. Okay, in a personal instance, you can just click here. You will get this install and update all. Right, this is disabled for me just because it's already installed. But if you click on install and update, install/update all, then it will be already installed. Okay, let me do one thing. um, Let me try to log in to our MindMajix test. Yeah, I'll sign out and log in to MindMajix. Okay, let's wait for it's waking up the instance. Let it happen. Waking up instance will take some time. Okay, and another thing what I forgot to say is the personal developer instance is there, right? You have to always log in again and again. Otherwise, if you don't log in for 10 days, it will again go away from you. That means it will be taken away and put it back in the pool. Okay, and then you have to again start requesting an instance. So always, to keep your instance awake or available, always log in every day, or maybe within 10 days, some days, just log in and keep it alive. Okay, while it is waking up, we'll just go and we will just see how it works. Okay. Okay, so once this plugin happens, right, once you're installing the plugin, what you can do is you can go to the incident. I will show you how from the incident and from the problem you can create a new improvement. Okay, I'll go for create new. I'll say let's give network this time. I'm just giving randomly anything, guys. It's not just. So continual improvement management is also called a CIM. Okay. I'm just submitting it. Okay, all. And if you see, this is sorted from A to Z. If I click here, right, it will be sorting from Z to E. So I want to know the latest one. So I'll just click open by, and this is my latest one. Okay. So I just clicked on it and it sorted by itself. Okay. So if you go down, you will see this in the related link, right? Create improvement initiative. Click on that. So this particular link will only come if you have the plugins installed. Otherwise, this particular link will never be coming to you. Okay. So this is an extra thing what you have to do. So you have to click on create improvement initiative and maybe give some business service. I'll say, I'm just giving randomly anything. Okay. Offering is not there. Business process. I'll say change. Sorry. I'll say incident management, because I've raised an incident, right, from the incident. And then I will search for a CIM coordinator. There's no coordinator out here. Keep it like that and we'll create a new coordinator. Okay. Approver group. Let me search for approver group. I think we were having somebody in incident management, right? We were having incident. So I'll give approver group as incident management so that we'll have someone. And then there is strategies. Okay. What kind of strategies you have? Is it like cost saving strategy? Is it like supply chain, revenue growth? What kind of strategy is this? So I will say cost saving and lock it. Okay. And then I can give the priority. If I give high, the effort estimation should be small and the benefit should be high. Only then the priority small will work out. Okay. Business justification, I will just give, I'm sorry, I'm just testing CIM from from incident. So there are some success method, measurement method. Okay. Is it the PA indicator? By PA indicator, it is the performance analyzer. If it is survey and assessment, then it should be from survey and assessment manual, or it could be report. Okay. I'll just give manual here. And I'll just give target review date or something. 30th or something. Okay, fine. So with this, we can submit it. So this is how you can submit an improvement initiative from an incident. Okay. And accordingly work on it. Now, similarly, we can do it for problem also. I'll show you how it is done for problem. Okay. So again, I will just open the one which is already there. Okay. Click on it, go down. And in the related link, you can find the create improvement initiative. Again, you can create an improvement initiative out here. Give anything you want to give, business service. It could be the problem management. And you can give the coordinator. First of all, you have to create a new coordinator and assign it out here. Okay. And then give any help desk or anything. Okay. I'm just giving them off. And you can have KPI improvements. So performance analysis. So you can have indicators like daily updates or anything like that. Okay. You can have multiple things to be done. You can have a report also. If you give report, you have to search for the report. Report has to be already created from you. You can say my trainee performance or something like that. By that, you can track whether the whatever improvement initiative you have added, whether that improved any of the performance from the previous month to this month. Okay. And submit it. And then accordingly work on it. Okay. So when you go to continual improvement, okay, and you will see all, you will see that I have created whatever improvements you have created, it will be listed out here. Okay. So either you can accept it or either you can reject it. The accepting or rejecting will be done by the manager. So it will be done by the improvement manager. Okay. And accordingly, CIM tasks will be created. Accordingly, CIM phase is already created. So, and this particular tracking will be done by the problem coordinator. Okay. The improvement coordinator. I'm sorry, improvement coordinator. Okay. So we have right now not given any coordinator as such, just because we are the system administrator. That's why we have all the access to do everything. I'll just create a new task also. And parent will be automatically loaded. Assigned to, I'll search for someone. Okay. And I'll say initiative task given to you. Work. Just gave something and we can click on submit button and accordingly track it. So basically tracking should be done by CIM coordinator, and as there is no one, we can create a new CIM coordinator and assign that person CIS coordinator. I'll just give C for time being. Submit it. And that person has been added out here. Okay. And I'll say yes, accept it. So once it is accepted, it will go to the SS state. Yeah. You have already created a task out here. So you can just say SS, basically assessing the, and then at the SS time, you have to give the expected outcome. What are you expecting? So a new feature will be rolled out and will automate the process and benefit the business. Okay. And I'll just write SS. So till here, I have just accepted and we are waiting for approval. Okay. Once it is approved, yeah, at that time it will be going to the in progress state and reviewing and closed. For approvement, it will go to the improvement manager. Okay. As we don't have any improvement manager, that's the reason why it is like showing blank. Usually you will have many approvers with you wherein you can add it. Okay. So as there's no one, so that's the reason why it is blocked here. Okay. Otherwise it will be approved and then it will go to in progress and it will go to review once you have completed your work, and then it will go to closed. Okay. I'm still here and canceling the initiative. Okay. Sorry. Work notes is mandatory. Not needed. There were no approvers because there is no if we go to the users, right? If we go to the users and maybe Abraham Lincoln will be given that role. So I'll just edit and I will assign him I'll give him the improvement manager role. Give him the improvement, all the role, and save it. Yeah. And now I'll go to the continual improvement. Searching for all. Yeah. So we'll click here. We have Abraham and Lincoln here, so the requester rule out here. Okay. And This was the my trainee performance because we gave the PA out here. So that's the reason why it is showing here. Okay. And I'll just say accept. I'm sorry, strategy and priorities forgotten. So if you forget something, it'll just show you. I'm just adding anything, guys, out here. And priorities high. Benefits is high. Not creating any CIM task right now. Assess it. For assessing, I think I have to fill the work notes demo. Okay. And assess it. Okay. I forgot to fill target review date. The other one was having all these things. Okay. Just forgot to add this one. I just added. Give test. Submit. Assess. Yeah. It's waiting for approval. There's no approvers out here, and that's the reason why it's not able to go forward. But this is how it will look like, and can have multiple improvement initiatives as such. Let me see whether the other one is, yeah, it is. So I'll start building. I'll show you how the plugin is installed. Okay. So I'll just type plugins. No, it's taking time. It's taking time. Okay. Okay. So we have continual improvement out here. And see, it's not installed. So that's why it is showing in green. Yeah. And these both are in install and install. Basically, it's not installed. If I click on install and update, it will show like this. I'm not loading the data. And if I click install, it will be installed. Okay. So this is the first step what you have to do. I'm doing it in, so once, see, it's running to 0, and once the whole thing will be run. We'll wait for it. So it has many processes, many tables which it has to create, and it will be running by itself. You can do it by clicking on continue in background so that it will be done by automatically in the background, and you need not worry and you can continue your work. Okay. So with that, we have completed our session for today. Thanks a lot.